sailing has an intense learning curve. It's pretty dangerous and pretty tough. But I had a nice conversation with one of the old timers here who's been sailing his whole life. I said that I basically had two options. There were some boats available at the start of this last summer, and I could have just taken a small boat and learned to sail on it and just cruise around the Gulf Islands here and do my own thing for a year, learn and take some courses and do all of that, keep the overhead low, and then eventually buy a bigger boat, or just launch into this. But I thought this was the safer option because the temptation of sailing without any experience might kill me. And then he told me his father had sailed, his grandfather had sailed, humans had always sailed, and none of us are ever born knowing how to sail. We just kind of did it, and we've all survived this long. I won't argue that sailing isn't dangerous. It definitely can be very dangerous. But I like the comfort of knowing that a lot of people who knew a lot less about sailing made it. And now in today's modern age, I've got YouTube videos I start every morning with, learning more about sailing, and I read a lot of books that weren't available back then, so I like to think that I'm a little bit better prepared than maybe my grandfather and and his grandfather were, but only time will tell. Today, we're getting some bad weather, but maybe I'll get some work done too. So let's do this. General shape. All right, so part two of this episode, we got some schematics up, we got some marine plywood, and we're at Vern's place, and he's got a heated shed. So that's where we'll be fiberglassing one side of half of the marine plywood bulkheads, and then we'll be taking it from there onto the ship and epoxying it in. It's kind of the only way I can do fiberglass this late in the season.
In between snowstorms.
In between snowstorms. So we just need to get this sealed up. If we need to get that main bulkhead in, otherwise we can't really move forward. So this is the only way we're gonna do it. So let's do it. What I'm thinking of doing here is make one piece that goes across and then maybe cuts right here and goes down to below the floor and up in here. Alright, so that's it. We got 2 layers of fiberglass on here. Hopefully it'll set. It looked kind of weird at first, but we added a little bit of extra hardener on the second run. We'll see. We'll see how it turns out. This is our first time working in the bench. Well, not your first time. You've done it a lot, yeah. But my first time working here on the bench, and he let me make decisions, which was not a good idea.
Well, somebody can send us some sun. That'll heat it up right away.
Yeah, so if you guys got sun, just post that. That'd be great. We're going to order pizza. Have ourselves a nice little movie night here at Vern's place and have some pizza. So let's do that. Thanks for watching. This build is made possible in no small part thanks to your help.
Good job, Vern.
Patreon is the backbone of this project's finances, and there's plenty of cool perks there. If you'd rather make a one-time donation, there's a PayPal link in the description as well. There's also an Amazon wish list in the description if you'd rather directly invest in parts I'll need for the build. Lastly, if you'd like to help me build, please get in touch. A day standing is a day sailing when she launches. Thanks so much.